My name is David Fahey, and I am the co-owner of the Fahey Klein Gallery. My partner is Ken Devlin. Yes, Fahey Klein came together in 1986. My original first partner was Randy Klein, who was involved in the gallery business in the 70s. And she and I opened the gallery, showed painting and sculpture and photography. And then in probably, I'm guessing, the mid-90s, her husband, Ken Devlin, took over for her. Well, I think photography, film, and video are kind of the arts of the 21st century, and the latter half of the 20th century. And that's something I want to be involved in. And it's very immediate. It's very now, and young people relate to those three areas, and as a consequence, you can see them working and producing material in all three of those genres. And so I just wanted to be a part of a medium that was active and happening in the here and now. If you want to be in this world and show and exhibit and have your work published and whatnot, you have to think, is this work worthy of that, and do I have something to say? Helmut Newton once said, if you don't have a point of view, you're simply a technician. You have to have some kind of reference point of view of what you're trying to say. And what I look for when I'm looking at photographers is when I look across the room and I see something hanging on the wall, I know whose it is without looking at the byline or the wall label or the wall text. That's the key to succeeding. Your byline or your identification is in the work. People know it's your work. With Peter Beard, when we would do a show, the routine would be he would arrive. We basically would work every night until 5 or 6 a.m. Parties, visitors, guests, craziness going on all night long. And we would do that for at least 3 weeks in a row, including the weekends, every single night. There's 2 or 3 parties each night. Plus, we're working here in the gallery. The gallery is completely tarped, the floors, because we're throwing blood around, collage materials, doing a large show with Helmut Newton where we're showing his big pictures for the first time. That's fun too in a different way. Or putting on a real intense emotional exhibition of photojournalism work by James Knockway. That's memorable in a very different way because the pictures are so powerful and intense. And so, as I say, I could go on and on. Now it's a press release, it's preparing, it's shipping, it's matting, it's framing, it's fitting, designing the installation. Every picture is on the wall. There's a corresponding picture to the right and to the left, and there is some kind of a sequential flow that occurs, and you may see some thematic or formal relationships as you go from one picture to the next. And so that's all a very conscious decision as to how we do that. Scene in Los Angeles, the art scene in Los Angeles is different because it's kind of I see Los Angeles sort of the end of the frontier. People in New York say, you tip the country up from New York and all the crazies slide down and they all end up in California. That's a kind of an old joke, I guess, but what happens, there's a tremendous amount of freedom here, a lot of young people, a lot of creative energy happening in Los Angeles, and I think the real lively art scene now in the United States is primarily Los Angeles, I would say. And because it's a big city and everything's flat instead of high like the East Coast, people, and the weather's great, it's more of an event when you go out to an opening. You can stand outside, you can be inside. It's an event that people go to, I think, a little more readily maybe than even New York City.